player could make them champions. You know, maybe they don't have that guy now. Or maybe he's coming along, but he's too young yet. He hasn't reached his maturity yet. You know, maybe you'll get him next year. Or maybe he'll come out this year. But just remember, it's not like the whole team needs to be, and y'all know that. I'm just saying I've been through it. You know, I've been through it. Now, let me tell you this. I'm going to tell you what difference one player can make on a football team. 1976, we had the worst defense in the nation. I think we were second to last in the nation on defense. Second to last in the nation. And on that defensive team, we had 8 of them coming back. I don't know if that was good or bad, but we had 8 of them coming back. So that now, during the season, one of them flunked out, so now we had 7 coming back. But we signed a boy from Warner Robins, Georgia, named Ron Simmons. I don't know if any of you would remember Ron Simmons, but he's one of the best football players I've ever seen. We got him to come to Florida State. He came to Florida State. He was a linebacker in high school. We made a nose guard out of him. He was, at the time, he probably weighed 240, but he could run about a 4.5 40. And 240 back in those days was pretty big. It ain't big now. You can't play at 240 now. Oh, you can, but it's tougher. You know, but he was about 240, and he could run real fast and hit. And we put him at nose guard. And by the way, that year before, we were so bad defensively, we had to lose our only losing year we ever had at Florida State. You know? And then when we put him at nose guard, the next year, we played in our first major bowl, not a major bowl, we played in our first bowl in 10 years. We were nationally ranked for the first time in 10 years. We won 10 ball games for the first time maybe I think first time ever at Florida State. You know? And our defense all of a sudden was in the top 20. You know, one guy, we put him in nose guard, and he tied that thing together. You know, he was the missing link. And you got to find that missing link. You know, but like I say, it's usually one guy. You need one guy. I've looked at the teams that I've coached at Florida State. My last 9 years there wasn't acceptable. That was a heck of a lot better than what it was when I went there, by the way. They talk about my teams. No, we wasn't acceptable the last 7, 8 years. You know, we didn't have a losing year. We went 33 years without a losing season. But 7-6 don't do it. 7-6 don't do it. You know, not after you've been winning 11 and 12 games every year. But anyway, a lot of times I would look back when we would go 8-5 or 7-6, and you'd say, gosh, if we just had old Hickey kicking for us, we just had old so-and-so kicking for us, we'd have won 2 more games or 3 more games. Or if we'd have just had so-and-so at linebacker, he could have stopped that. We could have won that game, you know. Or if I'd have had Charlie Ward at quarterback, we'd have won that thing every day. We'd have won it every year. Georgia was Stafford. He'll win it every year, wouldn't he? So sometimes it's just one football player. When Mark was talking about